I was about to give up on my body, standing in my bedroom, staring at this stubborn belly that seemed to appear overnight. I felt betrayed by everything I thought I knew about weight loss. But what I discovered next changed everything. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your body has been fighting against you and what you can do to finally win this battle. My name is Susan, and I'm about to share something that will shock you about women's bodies after 40. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how the same diet and exercise routine that worked in your 30s suddenly stops working? There's a scientific reason for this that most doctors never explain, and once you understand it, everything will finally make sense. Here's what nobody tells you. After 40, when you lose weight, you're not just losing fat. You're losing the one thing that keeps your metabolism burning hot. And this creates a vicious cycle that makes belly fat almost impossible to lose through traditional methods. I used to think I was doing everything right, counting every calorie, forcing myself through cardio sessions, following every rule in the book. But instead of getting the flat belly I wanted, I was getting weaker, more tired, and more frustrated. The scale might go down, but my clothes still felt tight around my waist. That's when I stumbled upon research that completely changed how I understood my body. What I'm about to tell you goes against everything we've been taught about weight loss, but it's backed by decades of hormonal research. The truth is, after menopause, belly fat isn't really about calories at all. It's about 4 specific hormonal triggers that are working against you every single day. And here's the part that will blow your mind. You could be eating perfectly and exercising religiously. But if these 4 hormones are out of balance, your body will fight to keep that belly fat no matter what you do. But there's something even more surprising. Once you learn to work with these hormones instead of against them, your body actually wants to let go of that stubborn fat. It's like finally speaking your body's language after years of miscommunication. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through each of these 4 hormone triggers and show you exactly how to flip the switch from fat storage to fat burning. But before we dive in, let me warn you about something. The first hormone I'm about to discuss might be sabotaging your efforts in ways you never imagined, and it's probably elevated in your body right now as you're watching this. Let's start with the stress hormone that's secretly making your belly bigger every day. Cortisol isn't your enemy, but it becomes one when it stays elevated too long. Here's what's really happening inside your body. When cortisol spikes, it sends an ancient survival signal that tells your body to store fat right around your midsection for protection. After menopause, this process becomes even more aggressive because you've lost your natural hormone protectors. But here's what shocked me most about cortisol. Even positive stress, like planning a vacation or hosting dinner parties, can trigger the same fat storage response. Your body can't tell the difference between running from a tiger and running late to a meeting. The solution isn't to eliminate stress completely. That's impossible. Instead, it's about creating what I call stress circuit breakers throughout your day. These are tiny moments that signal safety to your nervous system and gradually shift you out of storage mode. I'll show you exactly what these look like, but first you need to understand why most women are unknowingly making their cortisol problem worse with their exercise choices. This brings us to a revelation that completely flipped my understanding of fitness after 40. Most of the cardio you've been told to do is actually working against your hormones. But there's one specific type of exercise that can transform your body in just 30 minutes twice a week, and it has nothing to do with running or spending hours in the gym. Before I reveal what that is, let me tell you about the hidden protein crisis that's stealing your metabolism while you sleep. Here's a number that will shock you. Most women over 40 eat less than half the protein their bodies actually need. And this creates a cascade of metabolic problems that make belly fat nearly impossible to lose. When protein is too low, your body starts cannibalizing your own muscle tissue for amino acids. Muscle is your metabolic engine, burning calories 24 hours a day even while you rest. The less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism runs, and the easier it becomes to store fat. But protein does something even more powerful than building muscle. It sends specific signals to your hormones that control hunger, satiety, and fat burning. Without enough protein, these hormones start working against you, creating cravings and energy crashes that sabotage your best intentions. I'm going to show you exactly how much protein you need and when to eat it for maximum fat burning. But there's another hormone hiding in plain sight that might be the real reason you can't lose belly fat, no matter how perfectly you eat. This hormone is triggered every single time you put food in your mouth, and after menopause, it becomes hyperactive in ways that lock fat into storage mode. But there's a simple timing strategy that can reset this hormone and unlock your body's natural fat burning potential. I call it the metabolic reset window, and when you use it correctly, your body actually starts burning fat for fuel while you sleep. Here's what's really happening with insulin after 40. Every time you eat, insulin rises to help nutrients get into your cells. That's normal and necessary. But in menopause, your cells become resistant to insulin signals, so your body has to pump out more and more to get the same job done. High insulin is like having a lock on your fat cells. No matter how little you eat or how much you exercise, that fat stays trapped. But here's the breakthrough. You don't need medication or extreme diets to fix this. You just need to give your insulin time to drop naturally through strategic timing. This is where time-restricted eating comes in, and it's not about starving yourself or eating less food. It's about condensing your eating into a specific window that allows your hormones to reset and your body to access stored fat for energy. I'll walk you through exactly how to do this safely and effectively. But first, let me address the biggest myth that's been keeping women weak and frustrated for decades. We were taught that cardio was the key to fat loss, but this couldn't be more wrong for women over 40. Endless cardio raises cortisol, burns away precious muscle tissue, and leaves you hungrier and more tired than before. But there's one type of exercise that does the opposite. It lowers cortisol, builds metabolism boosting muscle, and creates an afterburn effect that continues burning fat for up to 24 hours after your workout ends. I'm talking about strength training, and before you say you're not strong enough or you don't have time, let me share something that will change your mind. You don't need to spend hours in the gym or lift heavy weights to see dramatic results. Just 2 30-minute sessions per week focusing on basic compound movements can completely transform your body composition. When you do squats, push-ups, or rows, you're not just working individual muscles. You're sending signals to your entire hormonal system now. Tell your body to build lean tissue and burn fat for fuel. But here's the part that surprised me most. Strength training doesn't just change how you look. It changes how your hormones behave long-term. It improves insulin sensitivity, helps balance cortisol, and even supports better sleep and mood. This means strength training is actually hormone therapy in disguise. Now, let me tie this all together and show you exactly how these 4 steps work as a complete system. When you manage cortisol through strategic stress breaks, fuel your body with adequate protein, use time-restricted eating to reset insulin, and build muscle through strength training, something magical happens. Your body finally shifts from survival mode into transformation mode. Instead of fighting against your hormones, you're working with them. Instead of your body hoarding fat for protection, it starts releasing it for energy. The stubborn belly fat that seemed impossible to lose finally starts melting away, and you begin to feel strong and confident in your body again. This isn't about perfection or following complicated rules. It's about understanding what your body truly needs in midlife and giving it the support to thrive. The women who follow these 4 hormone-backed steps don't just lose belly fat. They gain energy, sleep better, have fewer cravings, and feel more like themselves again. If this video helped you understand your body in a new way, I want to ask you for a small favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. When you do this, you're not just supporting our content, you're helping YouTube share this information with other women who are struggling with the same frustrations. You might be the reason another woman finally finds the answers she's been searching for. And that ripple effect of helping other women feel confident and empowered in their bodies, that's something truly powerful. Your simple click could be the turning point in someone else's journey, and that makes you part of something much bigger than just watching a video.